This is Wayne Starnes, one of the original charter members of the club, and he owns this beautiful 1956, isn't it?
56 Austin-Healey.
56 Austin.
Tell me about your car and when you got it and what it is.
Oh, I've had it for around 20 years. It was a mess, and restored it, and wasn't the proper. It wasn't good enough. So years later, I started again. I bought the car. It had a Chevy engine in it, set in sideways because of the steering column, and didn't like that. But since then, I have redone it, repainted it, two-toned it, redone the whole interior in leather, and I have a 1969 350 Chevrolet engine in it. I have a Borg-Warner 5-speed transmission out of a Cutlass 442 Oldsmobile, and I'm running a 270 geared rear end out of a 9-inch Ford rear end. So a lot of time and a lot of preparation getting it to where it is today.
Is it great fun to drive?
Yes, it is. It's, yeah, but I have to respect it. I really do. Can't get carried away. It'll go.
Really go?
Really go.
What kind of performance are we talking about?
Well, it'll pull the front wheels. So, but you know, it's a great fun car. But the thing is respecting it, you know, for what it is. I will show you the engine.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Oh my, gee whiz. So you said this is a 350?
Yeah, it's a 1969 350 Chevy engine. I'm running like a Z28 cam. It's got an Oldsmobile aluminum intake.
This is the interior. Wow. It's beautiful, isn't it?
All the gauges work. I built me a little console in it. Put me a radio and separate gauges down there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
No door handles, no window winders. The trunk, the spare tire went up into the back seat, and I done away with that because it has it had a vented gas tank, and the vapors from in this vented gas cap would go up through into the interior of the car.
Wow.
If you had your suitcase back here wherever you were going, you smelled like gas. So now I've got a sealed gas tank, mounted the tires where it's sealed off in there, and I'm running a Volvo charcoal canister up, and it burns these fumes.
So how does one learn how to customize these things and use parts for other cars and things?
Well, years ago, the parts were kind of hard to find. This came out with a 4-cylinder engine, and it really had a big cast iron block. This engine, the V8 engine, is only about 8 to 10 pounds heavier than the 4-cylinder.
Wow.
So it's still got the stock factory springs on the front. I put the heavier ones back on the rear. And the two-tone cars in this model, the two-tone paint went from here straight into the fender. I didn't like that. The later model, the 3000 6-cylinders, had this indentation in the fender. So I took a copy of the indentation and marked out. I said I like that better, so that's not a waste.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a great fun car, and I've really enjoyed it. I've won a lot of trophies with it, which, knock on wood, it's kind of lit my halo. But the last one was at Townsend, Tennessee. I got first place in this class up there. I won first place in Chattanooga, and then had to drive in the rain all the way back. When I got off at the exit at the 119, it stopped raining, and I live about 2 miles from there.
Oh my.
But yes, it's
a beauty.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That quadrajet, it doesn't want to. It takes quite a bit of vacuum to open that quadrajet up, and so I was on Highway 18 below Shelby, and was straight away before you get to the South Carolina line.
Yep.
And I come up on this car, and I just pulled out to pass it normally, running about 55, maybe 60, and here come a car really flying up the road.
So you had to stomp on it one time.
So opened it up and it just bogged, whoa, you know. And I said, whoa, that car's coming, you know. So I dropped another gear, and it still wanted to bog a little bit, so I went into another one. I landed in the trunk. I mean, this thing took off like a jet. Scared the daylights out of me. So I've learned, you know, that with that type of cam and everything, it takes a lot more vacuum. So if I get the RPM up, it'll fly.
So you have to gear it down, then it'll take off.
It'll go. Yeah,
wow,
it'll go.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I didn't mean to like intrude or anything.
I get talking about things like, but it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
It really is. But to respect it, it's a lot of fun. It really is.